Okay. To purify the heart and to perfect the character. To purify the heart and to perfect the character, you must go to a doctor of the heart and a doctor that is going to train your character to perfect it. You cannot do it by yourself. Impossible. Impossible. It's like someone saying, I have a cancer inside of me. Can you just prescribe a medicine for me to take? I don't have to see a doctor. I don't. Just you go to a pharmacy and say, I just want something. I have a cancer. Give me something. No. If you have deep anger, that is very good. You understand that. Everyone has deep anger. Everyone has deep anger issues. Yes. Everyone has an agenda on top of agenda. That is what you have to go through if you're in this path, if you're in this way. Then you start understanding, you start peeling back the layers of your ego, and you're understanding, oh, it's never ending, it's bottomless. Then you start understanding, my ego, oof, it is worse than shaitan. Have you come to that understanding yet? Have you come to that belief and that understanding your ego is worse than Namrud, worse than Firaun, worse than Abu Jahil? No, everyone is thinking they're saints. Before coming to that point, everyone thinking that they are saints. But that is what our saints are teaching us. That is what our guides, that is what Sultan al-Awliya, that is what Sahib al-Saif is teaching us. Our nafs is worse than shaitan, worse than Namrud, worse than Firaun, worse than Abu Jahil. Understand that first. Go through it. Dig in. If you understand that, then you're going to run first for a doctor. You have to go and find a murshid. You have to go and find a jamaat. That is the way. Islam, it is not magic. Sihr. Yes, Islam is not magic. Islam is not, oh, just take this special dua, go somewhere and recite, and everything is going to be open. They're teaching people this too. It is not. If it is, Holy Prophet ﷺ, why did he have to spend 23 years building Islam? Why he had to spend 23 years sacrificing everything to change those ones who are burying their daughters to become the most praised one in humanity, that no one can ever reach to their station? He could have just said, just recite this and everything will be okay. Just recite this, just recite. He did not. They were with him. They were in sohbat with him. They live with him. They eat, they drink, they fight, they laugh, they sit down together, they cry together, they train together, everything in jama'at with their shaykh, their murshid, the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and they achieve high levels of spirituality. They're able to get rid of so many wrong actions and wrong intentions and wrong characteristics because they were with that Prophet, that murshid. And Holy Prophet ﷺ has left us his inheritors. Find that one. Be with him. Allah is ordering, be with the Salihin. Be with him. Be in a Jama'at. Submit to him. Submission. It is important. Sahabe Kiram, they did not become Sahabis. They did not become Sahabis, still holding on to their ego. They sacrificed everything. They sacrificed their ego. They sacrificed their father, their mother, their children, their husbands, their wives for him. They don't just say, may I be sacrificed for you. May my parents be sacrificed. They sacrificed their parents for Holy Prophet ﷺ. They sacrificed their wealth. They sacrificed their ego. And they're believing and they're living to say that we have to love you more than we love ourselves, or else our faith is not complete. And they live that and they believe that. That is why when people of Akhir Zaman look at them, we say that they are crazy. And when they look at us, they say that we are unbelievers. So, find yourself a murshid, submit, and serve. And that murshid can then work on you to get rid of certain things. If you, people who don't have a shaykh, maybe you have to do so many things, so many prayers, you have to do this, you have to go here, go there. Because going, looking for prayers, finding a special dua, special salawat, a special prayer, istikhara and all of this. Don't say I'm saying don't do istikhara, but try to understand what I'm saying now. All these are what? Means to Allah, isn't it? All these are ways to bring us closer to Allah. All these are doors to bring us closer to Allah. All these are ropes to bring us closer to Allah. Who is closer to Allah than His friends and His beloved one? So once you find a beloved of Allah, you already have the urwati wuthqa, the firm handhold, that rope, that strong rope. You already found him. And don't let go that time. You don't need to do so many things that time. Then you can start being trained as a murid. What a murid has to do to his shaykh. What is it that he has to submit? Who does he have to look? Who does he have to observe? What he has to see? How he must submit. Then you start beginning your training. So many they want. So many they fail. Because now they say, what? It's not about me anymore? It's supposed to be about me. It's about you? Then you're going to fall that time. Because the idea is to submit. Submit to who? Submit to your shaykh. That will teach you how to submit to Prophet. That will teach you how to submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Squarehead Wahhabis say, oh, this is shirk. We submit ourselves only to Allah. Of course it is shirk to you because you are shaitan. Because shaitan is saying, I don't have to make sajda to Adam alayhi salam. Sajda is only to you, Ya Rabbi. You made a mistake, making me to commit shirk. Astaghfirullah. Shaitan is saying that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, make sajda to Adam alayhi salam. Not just to make one bow, to understand now that that is khalifatullah, that is representing Allah. Now whatever that Allah wants, His will is going to come through that one. Isn't it true? We don't know Allah until Holy Prophet ﷺ came. Until the prophets came, we would not know. We may have some intelligence here and there. We have the heart, we have a conscience, but majority of the people, they're not using that. If you use your heart and your intelligence, and once you find a guide, that time you'll make progress very quickly and very easily. But you have to find and you have to submit, and you have to, the way that a sick person has to submit himself to a doctor, that way you have to submit. Now, you have cancer, but you're not going to submit. You say, what? You're going to cut me up? No, get me out of here. I don't want you to cut me up. You're going to rebel against the doctor. You're going to fight against your doctor. You're not only going to suffer, you may hurt yourself even more. But what do they do to people? They knock them out. They put the anesthesia, they knock them out and say, just shut up. Let me work on you. Yeah. But now they say, what? That's wrong. That's brainwashing. That's cultish. We don't want that. Just because they see some people doing it, they think everyone is doing it. Like that joke they have, they say, just because a table has 4 legs, they're looking at a cat has 4 legs, and they say a cat is a table. What kind of logic is this? They're using that same logic. Oh, some people using that. You're also using that. You must be just like them. Bad. Completely wrong. No. Use your intelligence. Islam must give us intelligence. With that, you will start to understand, because now you are at a very interesting, you're at a very important and a very delicate situation in your spirituality now, because you're starting to understand yourself. You're starting to understand your ego. You can go either way. If you find a good guide, then you start to discover your ego. And once you discover your ego, you will learn his tricks and traps and how to block it. Your station is going to rise. You're going to make progress. But if you say, this is too much, I don't want to follow a guide, this is nothing. Wait till you sit down and you sit down for 5 minutes, and inside your head you start hearing voices fighting one against the other. It is nothing. So, but this is an important part of your journey. Inshallah, may it be easy for you. That is as much as I can say.